Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I hope everybody is really doing well. And first of all, welcome to the stream, guys. And we have been doing amazing. Show is killing it. Neve is doing amazing, and we also killed it with Ethereum trade, and it just hit to my take profit targets, and even just went slightly higher, basically, to what the target was. Now, before I deep dive into the hard and time frame analysis for BTC or Ethereum or the USD dominance or anything for whatever, I just wanted to analyze myself for the lower term time frame. So we are going to focus on the lower term time frame, the stream. Hard term time frame, the plans are still same, no changes. It's just that I was expecting this dump, on or before the blood moon, but that didn't happen. So now that it didn't happen, basically we just have to focus on the lower term time frame till either the hard term time frame scenario gets invalidate, or it just gives a more confirmation. So for now, we're just gonna focus on the lower term time frame scenarios for for the complete market. Now, before we go down to the USD dominance or whatsoever, just wanted to discuss a few things about Ethereum. Now, Ethereum, as is doing a very interesting pattern. Now, if you look into the Discord channel, there is a under the Discord. If you will just go into my Discord, you will see one of the channel. A channel name is study patterns. So if you go there in the study patterns, you will find I have posted ample of patterns that BTC or any crypto assets follow over the period of time. So when it starts forming similar patterns, it just gives a very very good confirmation on how that coin is going to perform in a similar way that BTC has performed in the past, basically. So from those patterns, if you see, we are really having a very good bullish V. Basically, this is known as a bullish V, and followed by a very good accumulation. So this is a very good bullish V actually pattern. And for that, I mean, even though we are having a bearish engulfing candle on the weekly, so yes, Ethereum is having a bearish engulfing candle on the weekly, and what I'm expecting is a price to somewhat test around these zones, which we just missed it, honestly speaking. Yeah, for many, you might just say that, hey, we already tested this zone. No, for me, this is the zone, because this was the previous resistance, and this is where we haven't we couldn't flip previously. And once we flip over here, we flipped in August 2025. Once we flipped or broke out of 3,900, what happened is we never gave a proper retest of this zone. So this is what my primary focus would be, this red zone for a retest. Now, if you look at from the lower term time frame perspective, as I mentioned, we are forming a bullish V. Now, there are two possibilities for this bullish V. Basically, honestly speaking, forget about the fibs, forget about engulfing candles and everything. For now, just focus on the bullish V. If you focus on the bullish V at the point, yes, our resistance is around 4,795. I mean, that is the levels where probably you should be looking for some, or I'll be looking for, a short at those points, because that makes sense to me, honestly speaking. Now, there are two possibilities from here. So we go up here to 4,800, also is your 786 Fibonacci levels. And from there, we start rejecting, coming back down to 4,419, and sweep these lows to go into my, support around anywhere from 3,981 to 3,876, anywhere from in this zone at this point, let's say. And after this, we just accumulate slightly, go sideways a bit in October, and October begins, and we go for something like this for ETH in October. This is what the first scenario for ETH. I mean, this is the most bullish case for ETH. Now, remember, this is lower term time frame. This might be bearish, and this would also aligned with the bearish engulfing candle, because what happens is when you have the bearish engulfing candle, you really need that one more dump so that the bearish engulfing candle completely plays out, and then the liquidity wipes from the market. The bullish side liquidity gets wiped off completely. People get wrecked, the bulls get wrecked, and then suddenly out of nowhere the bulls will take in charge, and then the bears will get wrecked, liquidity follows, and we just keep on going up towards $6,000 to $8,000 in probably October and November. So this is the most bullish case scenario for Ethereum on the lower term time frame. Now there is a possibility that if we are ultra bullish, let's say if we are very very bullish and we really don't want to give this or take this liquidity over here, and the bulls are very very strong, which that we will know probably, which would mean that we will not lose this equilibrium at any point. The 4,400 levels will never be lost, meaning that what we might do is we just go down like this. We might just go down slightly like this, just accumulate sideways, and out of nowhere we run up, and then another accumulation happens this way, and then it goes for a massive breakout. So we really want to go and take this liquidity. Yes, we really want to lose. We want to see that Ethereum losing 4,420. Now, do we have any support for that from the RSI perspective? Yes, we do have the support, because RSI is in a very dangerous territory at the moment. We are literally forming like a double top on the RSI at the moment, as you can see, and a very very overbought territory at this point, honestly speaking. Yes, we do also have a very good I would say solid bearish divergence, as you guys can see from these highs. It's a very very solid bear divergence over here at this point. Yeah, very good bear divergence. Basically, if you see here, there is a bear divergence. Now if you really don't wanna do all these things, you can even check a bear divergence from here as well. OBV, stochastic, both have formed a good bearish divergence. RSI soon will form once it confirms. So yes, RSI will form as well. But our indicator is very accurate, precise. Over here also it was OBV, 3 OBV bullish divergence basically, which means that it's strongly bullish. And the most important part about this, yes, we do have good confirmation that yes, the divergences, the bearish divergences are forming. The market is saying exhaustions as and when we are going to the resistance. So this is the first plan for ETH, and as I mentioned, I have 2 scenarios for ETH, and the second most scenario for ETH is basically that we go up here, we reject, we accumulate, we don't lose it, we don't do anything, and straight away we pump it up straight away without any sort of a pullback, nothing. So this is what the most bullish case scenario for ETH at this point in my view, because guys, I really don't see now that how ETH is going to dump back down honestly to 2,500, because October is going to be bullish in my view, and every damn year October is bullish. So at this point, these are the 2 scenarios that I have for ETH. And 1 second, I'll just update this scenario. Live stream update. So this is how the market, in my view, I see it. But this is a very good bullish V actually. Just open, go to the study patterns under the learning center, and you will find very similar patterns that I've already posted for BTC. I mean, if you really want to see those patterns, I mean, what I have seen, the bullish V and a handle with equilibrium, strong support. Yes, this is the pattern that I've already, uploaded, or you can say posted it under the channel. See, I'll show you what exactly the bullish V and how this has played on the BTC. So this is what I copied from the study patterns. Just look at this thing, First of all, we got a sharp move on the downside, and then we got 5 waves up, after which we went down for ABC, held the equilibrium, and now we can straight away, pump from here. This is a very strong bullish V actually. Now, similarly, that's the reason, the yellow wave count is also a possibility. But why I also have the green one, because we do have a bearish engulfing candle. Normally, the bearish engulfing candle don't, easily get invalidated. It normally, because the bearish engulfing candles on the hourly time frame, like weekly, monthly, has a very high likely and a probability of it playing out, like almost close to 90%, which means that if you see the 10 and bearish engulfing candles on any chart on the weekly or daily, 9 out of 10 times it will play, which means that the probability is very high basically for it to play out. So there is a 10% probability it might not play out. At this point, this is what we have for ETH. Talking about BTC, guys, yes, perfectly played out. I closed my short for a very, tiny profits, but profits 0.3 to 0.4 are basically 0.33, I remember. And, I mentioned that I'm expecting BTC to go up like this way. And here we are. So what is next for BTC? BTC is at resistance, guys. And I honestly see BTC. I personally think this was a very good ABC, basically. Nothing more than that. A very good ABC and a very good irregular expanded flat at this moment. So my plan for BTC is still, same. If you just really ask me, just go to the weekly time frame, and what you will find, or let's say first of all we go to the daily time frame. If you draw the fibs from the highs over here and to the lows around 107, yes, we do have a good Fibonacci levels are golden pocket zone. So 118 is still a possibility. And why do I say 118 is still a possibility? Why? Because of the USD dominance. US dominance so far went perfectly. Once we lose 4.4, we started longing, and the things have gone really good in our favor, because 4.4 was our support and that we have lost. So it was in a very good favor for us. And however, the structure have changed. The structure have changed to a bullish structure. We have took these highs, and there is a bullish chalk here now on the daily time frame. So there is a bullish chalk at this point. And if you look at from the price action algo perspective, we are diving back into this bullish engulfing order block. This is the bullish engulfing order block, and we do have the liquidity beneath these levels of 4.16, and which is where we also have the range lows of inverse head and shoulder. I'll come to those points as well. So let me just change my indicator settings. So the daily pivot is 25, so I'm just gonna put it 25 so that you guys know how the daily pivot chalk and boss is going to work, and where exactly the liquidity is. So just wait and watch. It will update the data. Yes, perfect. So you see we rejected from the daily fair value gap, and now we are going into the daily order block over here at this point. If you see here, yes, we do have a boss here which we already played out, rejected at this point. The chalk is there. The confirmation is slightly needed at this point. We do have a liquidity, and I also wanted to see Fibonacci is okay. I don't want Monday levels, or I don't want weekly. We're just gonna look for the monthly and yearly at this point. So looking to this, yes, we are at the current year open and previous month mid. So that's like a range is forming, and we are about to reach an order block. This is the bullish order block, honestly speaking. It's not a bearish order block. So that's the reason, I feel that the market is, we should be careful, longing anything, because things are going back to resistance. We should be slightly careful. If you have played longs with Shaur or Neve, or you have took long on ETH, the long that I gave, and you have made good money, I would say wait, don't just jump into more trades, because we are entering into a bullish order block. It's a bullish engulfing candle order block, and also Fibonacci levels. So, and if you look at from the RSI perspective, we are already forming a bullish divergence over here. As you can see, the RSI is holding. RSI already swept these lows, and the price is holding up here. But this, I would say, is not yet confirmed because RSI is under 50, and I would clearly, I would personally consider this is the bear case. This is bearish basically for the USD dominance. Why? Because RSI is under 50. RSI is under RSI based MA line, this MA line. So RSI is under both, meaning that yes, it is bearish, it is not bullish. But then also you need to understand, you need to check it from a trend lines perspective. We are literally at the trend line at this point, and we need to wait for 2 daily consecutive close to confirm if this trend line is lost, because might form that there is a very good triangle possibility over here. Very good triangle possibility, very good triangle possibility. So we just have to wait and see for the next 2 days. On the weekend, how are we going to close the weekly candles for the USA DOM? But this is what the plan for USDT, and that's why on lower time frame for BTC, my plan is still same, no changes. I'm not interested in BTC at this point. I would be interested in BTC later on, but this is clearly, in my view, a B wave, and there's going to be a C wave, which is going to take it to 2025 value area high at this point. The value area high is slightly changed, but more or less my aim is to go towards 2025 opens, which is what the aim and target is for BTC. Clearly we are having a very good pattern on the hard term time frame. A bullish cipher is already playing out at this point, and I already see some sort of a 5 is 1 2 3 4 5. It's a very good 5 is basically. So I don't really understand how the wave 5 can be way overextended. People keep on saying, hey, this wave 5 is going to be extended wave 5. I really don't think so. How can a wave 5 be so damn extended? Which means that what you are saying is that this is wave 1, this is 2, 3, 4, and you want this is just 1 of 5, 2 of 5, 3 of 5, 4 of 5, and they just keep on increasing the wave 5 targets to 150k, 200k, 280k. I mean, that's not the wave count that I have, honestly speaking. If it pumps honestly from here to 150k, 180k, even 200k, that would literally invalidate my bullish cipher, makes it more like a blow off top and finishing the complete cycle. But then that would also be very bullish, because that would literally trigger or open the doors for 500,000 to $1 million target for BTC if we really go for there. And which also means that BTC now would not go back under 69k. 69k is going to be your strong solid support, but that is the ultra bullish case scenario. But I don't have wave count for that scenario at the moment. But we do have the from the price action perspective, yes, that is also a possibility. But from the Elliott wave perspective, I don't have that wave count. So from the Elliott wave perspective, I see this is the wave count. 5 waves on the downside, A, B, C on an upside. Maybe a push to 117, 118 is a possibility, because USD dominance is still need to take the liquidity on the downside, and after that a 5 waves dump on the downside, followed by or we retest taking this liquidity that we have around 97.7. So once this liquidity is grabbed, I think October is going to be great for BTC. We might just probably chop like this for October, and we can just do something like this for October. However, the worst case scenario for BTC would be, in case if we lose the 2025 opens, we can simply go down to 2024 value area high very swiftly like this, take the liquidity, then we chop around this October, and then October, November, we go up like this to 108, 109k from the zone. Now this is a very good scenario. Why? Because I'm not worried about the dump, no, but there is an opportunity for, let's say if it goes down here, there's an opportunity to long things, especially altcoins and BTC, of course, because you see the pump from here to 2024 highs would be really around 58%. So you don't want to miss the 58% move on BTC. Honestly speaking, don't just be afraid, because October, November is definitely going to be the one that in IC, is going to be the good month in my view. But that would also confirm if we go down here straight away to 73.69k. If we go down here, let's say before October or around the October, which would mean that the top is in for BTC. This is your top, and we would be forming a very good head and shoulder at this point. And we would run towards 108 and then later dump it back down in 2026 with another blood moon happening. So I know many of you guys, literally take blood moon like, no, it's a bullshit. I mean, it doesn't plays out and everything. It's okay. It's okay. Uh, See, I mean, we are not an astrologer, or I'm not an astrologer. But what I see is the historical data. What we see is the historical data. Historically, every blood moons we have dumped. I mean, you can check it out. Every blood moon we have dumped, whatsoever, be it 10%, 5%, 15%. The average dump is around 21%. That is what I've seen. This time we have delayed slightly, which means that this is a clear B wave. The volume is low over here, and you can also see that we are literally at a resistance on RSI on the daily perspective, which means that we have to be very, very careful, in playing longs on especially BTC. I would not touch it. I would be looking to short BTC around 118k. That is the good levels to short in my view. A golden pocket zone, a liquidity pool, and I would even say you might even find a very good bad average. At this point, we don't have it, but you might even find a good bad average, or we will form a good bad average at those point eventually, in my view, on 4 hours time frame. But definitely once we, and there is a resistance around these levels as well on RSI perspective, and hence if you really ask me where do you want to short, yes, golden pocket zone 117.9 to 118.5 is the levels probably I would like to short, with my invalidation above 122.6k, 0.886 Fibonacci levels. That is going to be the invalidation for BTC. So Ethereum, LTF we have discussed, BTC we have discussed, USD dominance we have discussed. Now let's go back to others crypto market cap. This is where the real game is for others crypto market cap. So if you remember, this was my plan for others crypto market cap. I thought this is the top, and now I was expecting others to reject around $319.8 billion. Practically, this is the resistance I had, 319 or $320 billion, but we have went above those levels. But look at the volume. The volume is very low. It's even under the volume based MA, the white line as you are seeing on the screen, the volume based MA, and which clearly indicates that this is your B wave, and there is going to be a C wave, which is not going to be too deeper pullback, but more or less it's going to be around, you can say the pullback will be around 702 to 786. You can't expect more than 786, honestly speaking. Might even be very shallow pullback, can even be just like golden pocket zone. Possibility is always there, but let's say for now we're just gonna take it for 786 Fibonacci levels. So this is the 5 waves we had, and now we are doing A, B, and C. Now the target is not going to be $420 billion. The target is going to be, clearly in my view, would be around anywhere from 1272. It's going to be around $520 billion. From there till we can go till 1618, which is going to be $620 billion. So practically meaning that even if you long alts from here, of course you might feel that, hey, I got wrecked, hey, I literally bought the top, but eventually you would be right, because you will make at least 28% minimum, and max you can make around 86 to 88% on this altcoins, because I believe that, and what I see from now is that altcoins are literally going to take a charge. They're going to ride it. Probably October, November is going to be alt season, as you can see. In my view, this is what the chart tells me, and this is how things looks like. So good for altcoins at the moment. Over now at this point, RSI is looking good, but we are at a resistance over here, so we just have to be slightly careful at this point, because the RSI is at resistance, so yes, there is a resistance, so we just have to be careful. The momentum, we might just probably lose the momentum, and we might just see probably altcoins going back, testing those levels as I mentioned. So this is what the plan for others on the higher term time frame. No changes. Now go back to the lower term time, because this stream is more about the lower term time frame, not the higher term time frame. So if I just have to hide this thing, there is one more wave count that I just came across. There's a possibility that, honestly speaking, that there's a possibility that this is your wave 5 and this is not your wave B. This was your wave 3 here. That was your wave 4 at this point. So why? Because I'm saying this because normally there is a possibility that, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's your wave 3. A, B, C. That's your wave 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's your wave 5. And then we go for a dump like A, B, C. This is the another wave count that we can have at this point, because this can be wave 3 as well. The only issue I see in this whole wave count is we are seeing a bigger volume here and we are seeing a lower volume here, which is a possibility because wave 5 of 3 is always having a low volume. So this is wave 5. Yes, the volume is pretty much low compared to this one. So yes, it's not a bigger problem, a smaller one, but this wave count is, still a very valid wave count for other crypto market cap. So what we can expect from FIBS perspective, if you draw FIBS from, let's say this is your wave 4 and wave 3, ideally the targets would be around 1414 Fibonacci levels, and it should not go beyond 1618. So that would be your target. And the minimum target for liquidity pool is here. We go under this, we take this liquidity. I don't expect much like this on the 786. Yes, the bounces will happen, and that bounces can literally do something like this. Instead of doing something like this, it just simply go up like this, because October is coming. So that's why don't be more greedy with the pullbacks, especially for other crypto market cap, because other crypto market cap is definitely looking good. It's looking bullish. And I do think this is the time for others, because if let's say Ethereum follows the yellow plan, then other crypto market cap would mean that this is clearly something else. This is 1, 2, and this was some sort of a shallow pullback 2, or you can say this is 1, A, B, C, 2, and this is the range highs that you're watching right now, a bullish V. So that is a bullish V, and accumulation happens, a breakout around this, and we just simply run up like this. So altcoins can literally, this is the most bull case scenario for others. Okay, it's like things can literally go parabolic from here. It's like no more dump, and we straight pump from here to $420 billion a minimum, and maybe one can go up to make new all-time highs basically for other crypto market cap. This is the most bull case scenario for others, guys, and something you should not be ignoring it at this point. Even I won't be ignoring it at this point. The reason why I say this, because this is the bullish V again, but this bullish V is in the middle of a parabolic move. So normally, you already got a parabolic move, and then you're forming a bullish V, of course, which means that there is a possibility that this was simply your wave 1, 2, and now we are doing 1, 2, boom, boom, boom. So we just go something like this. It's a most bullish case for other crypto market cap, basically something that other crypto market cap can literally go nuts, meaning that altcoins can literally go nuts. Trust me. Others most bull case is this. If we are holding above $316.15 billion, so that's going to be your most bull case scenario for others. And the bear case scenario, I think you've already seen it. I already mentioned it clearly, that there's going to be another bad divergence, and we go up something like this. This is going to be the bear case scenario for others. So this is what I have for Others crypto market cap. Now, even if you look at from the total perspective, yes, total as I already posted it. Why I see this on the weekly time frame? Because we have a good doji over here, and you can also see that there is a supply block at this point for Others crypto total crypto market cap, meaning that this supply is strong actually. We have rejected multiple times. We have rejected once, we have rejected twice, and this is the third time we are testing this zone. So of course, I really don't expect this zone to be captured that easily. There will be a resistance. There will be some sort of a rejection. Something will happen. So this block is nothing but a very good supply block for, as you can say, total crypto market cap. And if total rejects, then of course no Ethereum, no others bull count will play out. We're simply gonna play the bad scenario for everything else. It's a very simple as that, guys. So total, I see this, and if you look at from the daily perspective on total as well, the total crypto market cap is already facing a tough resistance. You see, and you can even you can say that yeah, it's breaking out, but there is a resistance here. The resistance, as you are watching, is from these levels. Basically, every time we have dumped to the green zone, we have faced a resistance around the red line. Every damn time, you see, red line was a resistance. You flip it, we can run. See, green zone, red line, green zone, almost red line, but slightly a deviation, and then come back down, green zone, and now we are at red line. So the green zone and red line both are like a resistance facing issues at those levels. So I think it will be tough for total crypto market cap at this point. I would say, or I would suggest, if you have booked or if you have good long positions, I think you should at least take partial profits or ride with stops in break even, or you can ride it with stops in profits, or you can even ride with trailing stop losses. Solana is the coin probably, I really wanted to long it because we flipped the levels of 209. That's a very good levels, honestly speaking. Right now, Solana is the most bullish coin at this point. The structure has changed drastically. I was really expecting a rejection, but now it has changed. This is the most bull case for Solana, guys. This is like, I think Solana is just going to probably, I think this is the most bullish ABC you can ever see at this point, or I've ever seen. It's a very good, very, very good thing. Of course, if it's possible for a pullback to 216, 217 would be a good long. I think Solana will take the make new all-time highs again, the way it made in January 2025. This year it made around $295. I think Solana is again is on a track to make new all-time highs. This is your wave A. This is going to be our wave B, and that's going to be a bigger wave C around these levels for Solana. It is a more bullish, and then you can say that Solana will take probably to the skies. I think Solana will go easy around $1,000 to $2,000 probably next, I think in 2027, 2028. Might even do something like, it can even go this year as well in October, November, because this is the wave 1. If this is wave 2, that's a shallow pullback. Then this is 1, 2, 1, 2, and we are in the wave 3, 4, 5, and just keeps on pushing up. You can see the wave counts this way, and forget about 1618. You would be looking for a minimum of 2414 and a minimum. And the way Solana pumps, it can even go to 565 Fibonacci levels. I really don't have that fib at the point, but definitely you can look for 565. Where is the 565? Yeah. So the 565 Fibonacci levels is around $1,200. So this is the possibility, if we are very, very ultra bullish, basically. If others crypto market cap literally go nuts, plays the bull case scenario, Solana would be the one I would literally hope on. I would just go market long on Solana, FOMO into Solana, and you can ride minimum to 575 for Sol. Sui is one of the another coin that is still looking good and is yet to break out. The daily is still looking great at this point, but the structure is looking amazing. So that's a 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 waves on the downside. And I think SUI is also doing a very, very interesting bullish V actually. I'll explain the bullish V again. And it's holding the equilibrium line 3.29 very swiftly and very nicely. I really, really, really like this one. So two possibilities, as I mentioned. The bullish V has two possibilities. We go up here, we break out, we go for like this accumulation, and it goes to my target of 6.5. It can be minimum target, and the upper target is around $11, $9.5. That's a bare minimum target, 1618 extensions we are talking about. But the ultra bull case is going to be 2414, honestly speaking. So that is going to be your $13 target for SUI, basically, in case if it really breaks out, really breaks out. So the first scenario is, the first bull case scenario is a bullish V, meaning that we just go up here, accumulate, and then we run up. That's the first case one. We go slightly up, reject, and come back down, take this liquidity the way Solana did, accumulate here, and then we go run up like this. The two possibilities we have on this SUI, guys. But let's say if others break out, consider the bull case to play out, meaning the yellow wave count to play out if others breaks out literally. Tao is also on my radar at this point, but it is at resistance right now. The green line is what the resistance is. 368.4 is what I really want to see it flip. Once it flips, it would be amazing for Tao. And yes, there wasn't any bear case, or maybe we haven't lost it, but there is a good triangle formation here on the Tao. Basically can be a very solid one, meaning that this was wave A, B, C, and now we are forming wave D here. E, we flip it up, we hold it up, and this breaks out. The way Tao had amazing pump like this, it will have amazing pump like this to new all-time highs. This is the ultra bull case scenario. Now this will also play out once other crypto market cap breaks out breaks out. If it don't break out, then you know what is going to happen. Everything is going to go for toss. So understand this. Everything depends on others crypto market cap. Everything also depends on the total crypto market cap, the way I see it. Also, everything depends on the USD dominance as well. But overall, this is how I expect the market to play out. My plan, my strategy is this. This is my preferred scenario for BTC based on the wave counts, based on the HTF counts and LTF counts or midterm counts I have. So this is the most preferred scenario for BTC. For ETH, if you really ask me, the green one is the most preferred scenario for me. The reason why I say this, because we need to complete the ABC. So this is going to be A, this is B, that's going to be your C. Take everyone out, make them believe that we are going to 3,200, 3,600 and wreck them. We are not going to go there. We just simply October, November, we pump it up to $6,000, $7,000, maybe even $10,000, $11,000 in October, November. So that's what I have. CRV, let's have a look at CRV as well. CRV basically is still not have flipped the range lows, and hence I would just say just stay out of it at the point. But and we haven't even broke out of this trend line. It's forming a very solid bull flag. Now this can be either 1 2 1 2. It's very bullish. Normally wave 2 don't go under 786 Fibonacci levels. I haven't seen any wave 2 going under 786 Fibonacci levels, meaning 6354, meaning that wave 2 has to be around golden pocket zone, meaning that if this is wave 2, we should be holding above 64 cents. Even if we go down here, we should be holding 64 cents, and then we have a breakout and run up. So how do we gonna play it? Yes, you really want it to flip the green line. Once it flips, we elongate with a tight stop loss, and we ride it for the moon towards 1.3 and maybe new all-time highs around literally, yes, not new all-time highs, but the swing highs anywhere around 1.5 to 1.6 basically. So this is the market update for crypto. ETH BTC, I have same plan, no changes in the plan. I'm still expecting 706 Fibonacci levels. So as I mentioned, this is not going to happen immediately. There is going to be a range formation. A range is going to form. We might sweep it up. We might do something like this. And this between range, Ethereum will definitely outperform many times versus BTC. And later on, it will give up and then we will start dumping back down. Now let's go to my analysis of gold, silver, and SPX. First of all, SPX, we already have a short on SPX open. We are riding the short, guys. And where is my short? SPX. Yeah. So we are riding the short, and at the moment it's almost negative, and it went down slightly, but we are very much, I would say, overextended because we are way under 1236. I'm riding this fully because my risk is managed. And if you look at from the daily perspective, we have a solid bad divergence over here on SPX. You look at this bad divergence, so we do have a good bad divergence over here, solid one. And also there is a resistance you can see here. So there is an RSI resistance as well. I think SPX is good. My stop loss might be an issue. Stop loss might be, if necessary, I might just push up my stop loss above 6,700, taking a little bit extra risk. That I will do. We will see on Monday how things go up. I mean, how things move. But this is the plan. Plan remains same, no changes. Either we go up like here and then it might just push down like this. But more or less, this should be doing something like this clearly. And once we go under 6343, I will be moving my stops to break even and right, basically, or just simply have a trailing stop loss. Looking to silver. Silver is damn bullish, $42, guys. I've been very vocal about this silver, that HTF, it's bullish. Do not fight with it. The trend is bullish. And trust me, we are now literally 14% away from starting an ultra bull run on silver. You can just imagine yourself. The bull run on silver is going to melt faces. It's a biggest cup and handle. And I know my return on investment on silver is not that great. It's because I bought around these levels of 21. It's only 97.68%. In fact, gold would have given me higher returns. But definitely, I also held gold. We also holding gold right now. We bought at 3135, if you remember. 3126, if you remember. And 3130. That is what we are holding at the moment. But silver is going to melt faces. Wallahi, trust me. This is the minimum target for a cup and handle. Any cup and handle target would be around you can say equivalent to $640 for silver minimum. I mean, it is like 14x, guys, from the current price of $42. And since last year, or since 2023, I would say, I've been very vocal about it since $21 that buy silver. And if you have bought with me, you would really make 28x gains on silver. Even if you bought around $29, $30, I've been very vocal about it. Just simply buy the dips. You will be up around 22x, So still you have good time to accumulate silver. But what I would say is, on a lower time frame, I see some exhaustion actually. So yes, of course, there are exhaustions on the lower time frame. There is also a very, solid bad divergence on the daily time frame as well. On silver, the bad divergence is from here, these levels. There is a resistance at this point. There is also a bad divergence from these levels. So yes, we do have some bad divergence. There is some exhaustion on daily. There is some exhaustion on H12. There is a bad divergence on H4 over here on silver, basically. So if you're feeling FOMO at this point, hey, wait. There is a bad divergence. There is a bad divergence. So silver is likely going to see a reset, meaning a reset can take silver back to the support of 38.5, from here and can even take it to $36 to $35. That's where you rebuy silver. Do not miss it this time. Just buy it anywhere, whatever you get around $36 to $35. And in case if it goes to my ultimate support of $34, you simply accumulate it. Do not sell it, accumulate. That's what I would say. But silver LTF is bearish. I clearly see 5 waves. You can see here as well. 1, 2, and that's your 3, 4, and that's your wave 5. A, B, C. Minimum target is 38. You can go and extend a target of $36 to $35. Basically, it would be amazing, for silver. Talking about gold, guys, we had a wonderful long on gold the last week, basically from the green line till we rode it till here, 3,500, 3,600 bucks. Not exactly 500, 3,400 and 3,500 approx. But I think gold is, if you remember, I had this bull case and I played it very perfectly. In my view, that's what I believe and I feel it. This is, in my view, is not the end. This is simply the beginning. Meaning this is, if this is your wave 1 and this is your wave 2, or let's say wave 2 never forms a triangle basically, but let's say this is your wave 2, or let's say wave 2 is a triangle normally. Let's say, so this is your triangle, okay? And this is wave 3 at the moment, which is going on. Your wave 5, this whole thing is going to end around 3,840, meaning that silver is also going to push another 5 to 8%. It's not going to stop, guys. We are not stopping up. So gold is not going to stop as well. Our longs or our buys from 3,130 in the green box that we bought is almost up 17% in a span of like May, June, July, August, in less than 5 months. 4.5 months, which is good from gold perspective. So that buy is in good profits. On an LTF H4, if you really ask me, yes, we will test 50 RSI on gold. You see the 50 RSI is going to be your support, meaning that LTF, I see a very good, count the way BTC did. So what BTC did, we go one more down like this to the support, these levels, okay? We take the liquidity, we flip it up, and we run to 3,800. And this would be the most interesting case. The best case would be we don't sweep the lows and we go down here to the support. We go down simply towards 786 or golden pocket zones, 3621. Basically, we also have order block. We go here and we run. So that is going to be an interesting scenario as well. But at least for now, 3642 is not where I would long. At least the 1 hour RSI is bearish. The 4 hour tells me that one more down is a good. And this is a very clear cut sign of what BTC did. If you really want to see what BTC did, this is what you should see. Look at here. So this was A, this was B, this was C, and then we had a move up. We just took the liquidity, flip it up, and retest, and then what happened next, correct? And this was your support. Now this was your previous highs was your support. So this can be a very good indication. Also, the bounce literally happened from like this, highs. Let's just put everything in perspective for gold. So you have this doji. So this doji highs 3,600 can be a good effective way to long, and 3,601 good levels to long, and this is going to be your highs. So eventually, if you took from the Fibonacci perspective, if you just talk from the Fibonacci perspective, I think we go not only 1618, but we can go to 2414, and your support is going to be around 1272, which is where, or just 1:1 extension. Perfect. So we'll just put that fib here. So this is going to be your target, and 1:1 extension is going to be the next buy zone for gold. So ideally, how this should play out, like this. This is what I plan to play. We go down here, 3,600, 597. We push up, we hold these lows, we run up straight to 3,780. We reject, come back down 3,674, and we push up to the high target of 3,820. So this would be a very good, very amazing compounding long if you really want to long it. I mean, I will give that long. I personally like it. So the risk reward is amazing. I will simply go with this one, and the stop loss would be very tiny, you know, very, very tiny, little stop loss. And the targets would be here. Let's play this one. I'm just going to give it 3607.8 is where, you know, gold limit 3607.9, stop loss 3577.77. Risk reward is 5.7, guys. So it's amazing. TP 3779.9, or you can say 79. Risk 1%. Okay, so that's a very good long scalp on gold. So that's what I have. And total 2, basically I had this plan for total 2, but now that total 2 has already broke out of, you know, as I mentioned, this plan is not at this moment gonna play out. I really don't think that we will see a massive dump now, because total 2 has not only flipped the previous swing highs. This is your previous swing highs that we are talking about. Forget about the, and also it did make a new all-time highs, as you guys can see it. But I think total 2 is at a resistance, so there can be a good swing failure pattern here, and we can just have a retest like this to take this liquidity, go into this order block at this point, maybe even slightly lower, and then we can run up again. Now this is a very much arguable whether we're gonna, you know, get this one, or we simply hold the 1.64 trillion, accumulate, and along with others crypto market cap, total 2 also runs up. Total DeFi also broke out, and you know, the 5 waves that I had seems to be that B wave is really going for irregular expanded flat, basically. So now we can't expect more deeper pullback. Everything will be very shallow. Things are preparing for October run. October, we are just preparing ourselves for October pump, basically. So everything is telling me that, yeah, we have pumped with a low volume. There will be a dump, of course, in September, but October is going to be very amazing. Can't expect much bigger pullbacks, maybe 20-30% max from many coins. Many alts would go even more, but average would be 20-25%, not more, in my view. And October is going to be amazing. Basically, it's just going to be the bullish continuation. Nothing sort of, you know, any bearishness. Unless USD dominance really flips this red box, breaks out and form a W, or you can even say inverse head and shoulder like this. If it does, this neckline is flipped, then wrecked. The market is going to get wrecked very, 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 very hard, basically. And we don't want to even look for 25% average dump. It would be like 30-35% average dump. But also, again, all these things is like playing out in September. October is going to be good, in my view. So that's what I have for today's stream, guys. And let's probably connect today again in the evening. Whatever the scalps I see, I'll give it. For now, I see gold. I have given, but SUI is on my radar. SUI, I just need to check the lower term time frame, chart it, basically. But this is definitely a vertical accumulation. Just look at this fucking accumulation. That's a very solid vertical one, guys. Very solid. Whenever you see the market dumps, and now we are accumulating, holding the trend line, meaning that there is going to be a massive move coming for this coin. Like, it can literally do something like this, or it can simply do something like this. I mean, whatever the side it would be, forget about it. But a massive, big move is coming for this coin. 110%, I'm guaranteeing. A solid move is coming. A very big. It would be like a 20-25% move in a single candle. You know, that's how big it would be. I mean, big in the sense, that's how I consider big move. So, yeah, 20-25% big, well, it's a possibility. So the invalidation for this coin would be 3.5, which is a good tight invalidation. Let's say if you really want a long night right now, your invalidation would be around 3.5, like a tight one. It's going to be 6%. And on upside, it would be around 20% to 25%, which is going to be a 5-hour setup. You know, 6 3s are 18, 3.5-hour setup, basically, which is not bad, you know. So this accumulation is amazing. I mean, I've seen this sort of accumulation in many coins, and what happens next is those coins just go nuts. They literally go nuts, you know. I mean, let me just see any previous history. Yeah, see, look at this one. So what happened was we had a accumulation, then we had a breakdown, but we never went to take this liquidity, and then again push up, and then a big push. So I mean, this sort of fake breakdowns can even happen. So this fake breakdown can even happen at this point. Like, you know, we can just have a fake breakdown like this, take the liquidity on 3.42, again run up, and then we have a melting pump, you know. And hence I prefer spots at this point. Even if you want to have leverage longs, you will have to have a wider stop loss. I mean, the stop loss should be under 3.4 would be nice, basically. But this is the alt that we should definitely be looking. If you look at from the EMA perspective, yeah, the EMAs are bullish as well. The daily EMA are bullish. The weekly EMA are bullish. The 12-hour, I don't normally see the 12-hour, but 4-hour EMA are having a golden cross. As you can see, 50 crossing 200, 100 crossing, soon 100 will be crossing 200. It's a good sign, basically. Things are telling me that something is going to come for SUI, is going to have a wild pump, you know. But maybe whatever the dips we can get it probably towards these levels. If I have to catch the knife, 3.51 would be your knife catch. That is where I think SUI can give you a good pullback, a retest, you know, honestly speaking. So that's all for today, guys. Have a nice day. We will connect in the evening, but meanwhile I plan to give more and more scalps, so let's kill it. And thanks a lot, guys. Bye bye.